Hi, welcome to the show. Buster Keaton rides again. Some time ago, I filmed an episode about my Buster Keaton Blu-ray collection. It includes all his short films as well as his feature films, which he was more famous for, especially during the silent era. Buster Keaton did go on to make a lot of films under his contract with the studio as a supporting character in talkies. And of course, not only did they not focus on him for the most part, but they lacked his creativity and gags that made him famous. But he never stopped working. He made lots of films, and it was great that in the 1960s he was able to go back to that creative style. And this is the Blu-ray we're talking about. Buster Keaton Rides Again. That's actually not the name of the narrative short film. That's the prime attraction on this disc. Allow me to explain. The main attraction on this disc was actually a short film. Yes, it was a short narrative film of him taking a little train across Canada. And it was actually made by the Film Board of Canada to promote the country. And that short film was called The Railrodder. This was filmed in 1964, just about a year before he died. Filmed in color, scanned in HD, presented here on Blu-ray. But it was, besides the atmospheric noises and sound effects, it was made like a silent film, like back in the day. Lots of visual humor, creative elements. Really had a lot to do with the choreography and ideas and everything. And you can see this in the behind-the-scenes documentary. And the name of that documentary is the title they gave to this disc. That was called Buster Keaton Rides Again. And it's interesting because that's a feature-length film that was made back in the day, filmed in black and white, about the making of this short film. And it's, of course, way longer than the short film. But it's a very interesting watch. And, of course, to see the beauties of Canadian nature in HD. And speaking of which, the other presentation on this disc is called Helicopter Canada. And this was also sponsored by the Canadian government. And the Blu-ray case has a reversible insert, so that can be viewed as the feature presentation if you flip it around. A beautiful Blu-ray case, by the way, transparent with a silver embossed logo, atypical, with a full booklet. And this film, Helicopter Canada, is beautiful to watch, like especially if you got a projector. It's great to watch on a big screen. And it's kind of like watching an early IMAX before there was IMAX. All this real footage in nature, even with the film imperfections. It's in scope ratio, because it's not really restored, but so there's scratches here and there, but it's a beautiful sight. And lots of inventive shots, too. They didn't stick by the conventions of the day. They were trying to be trendy with some swift editing, cuts, angular shots. Now this includes what's called Smilebox, curved screen simulation format. I'd heard about this before, but I'd never actually seen it or compared one with an original version, so I was interested in taking a look at this and comparing it. What is Smilebox? The concept is supposed to be imitating a curved screen. Obviously, that's not something you can really mimic without having a curved screen. My impression was that the concept would be that it was filmed with an anamorphic lens, not only in aspect ratio to fit a scope ratio onto a roughly square frame of film, but also in regards to curvature, as in the shapes would be proper when projected onto a curved screen. But comparing the two, the Smilebox and the regular scope transfer, was disappointing. All it's really doing is cutting out part of the picture, as you can see in these comparisons. The part where the curvature is, you lose some of the picture, and elsewhere there's noticeable distortion in the image. So I don't see how that's a positive thing, no matter how you look at it. If you just watch the regular scope version, you'll see the whole image and no distortion. So honestly, why would you want to watch it any other way? But yeah, I guess some people find that interesting because it's not a true recreation of a proper curved projection anyway. That's just not what it is. So besides those three films, you've also got some extras, some other short films. Um, so definitely, if you're a Buster Keaton fan, this will round out your collection. It's a great bookend. If you like nature documentaries or IMAX movies, large format nature films, also, this is good. Film history in general is also good. This is just a very nice product.